Hey guys, how are you doing today? I'm doing great, thanks for asking. For the first time in your life you're seeing me without headphones. Psych all the cool kids to it, okay? Everybody mixes in Airpods. Buster Odholm, there's Elliot Merriman, there's... I don't know. But their philosophy behind it basically is if it sounds good in Airpods, it's going to sound good in the real world. It's going to translate, it's going to be good. Among the major disappointment that I've had with the AirPods Pro 3 versus the 2, I'm very curious to see how that's going to actually play out. This is a mix I've done using AirPods Pro 2 exclusively, and I think it sounds pretty good. I think it sounds great, and among testing it without my AirPods, just using my usual headphones and everything, it sounds great. The problem I have with the AirPods Pro 3, aside from it just being ultra bassy for no reason at all, when I listen to mixes that I know very well, like for example Labyrinthian from Humanity's Last Breath, a lot of the times there's like that really nice clean, not droning, but that ambient guitar he has in the background of all of the distorted guitars. I can't hear it. In the AirPods Pro 3, I just can't hear it. And so, what I would like to do today is take out these AirPods Pro 2, put them away forever. Not really, I don't like the Pro 3. Put in the AirPods Pro 3 and see how good of a mix I can adjust this to be. So now that I have them in, I first hear how this sounds, because when I tested them on regular mixes, again, it was very subpar. And basically what I'm going to do just for this experiment is I'm going to leave this mix as it is. I'm going to make adjustments according to what I feel like should be made on these new AirPods Pro 3 and see how that goes. So immediately, like I said, the bass is obnoxious. It also made the guitar incredibly harsh for some reason. So I will use a new EQ on top of what was already there. So this is the original. This is just me adding on to it. I was going kind of crazy because I feel like I was checking to see if I have a cab on. I do, but it really feels like there's no cab on it at all, which is really weird. So, I mean, it still feels that way, but I'm going to keep it like this because it is a lot less harsh. Let's go to the bass. Basically, again, I'm just going to do another EQ on top of what was already there. Something like that, just to get rid of that ultra bassiness, honestly. The cymbals, I believe, are the last three, so I'm going to put those in a bus, put an EQ. About there. And then since the bassiness and the harshness is mostly gone, I'm going to listen one more time and see what I can change again. One thing I'm also noticing that wasn't really quite there when I was listening through the AirPods Pro 2 is the ambient guitar. It's jumping a lot in volume. So I'm going to at least try to mitigate that by compression. We'll just do a distressor typical settings I usually do. It still feels a little weird, but I know it's fine. Just to push this a little bit further, I'm going to solo every instrument, EQ them how I would feel that they should be sounding, just based off my previous experience, and see how that sounds all together too. Drums. That sounds usually how I would probably have it when I'm mixing in my regular headphones. Not gonna lie, that sounds mostly the same. And this guitar though, man. There's a lot going on in like the 4K, 8K range. It's insane. Let's listen to it all together. And to me, in my AirPods Pro 3, that sounds great. Kind of, not really, but it sounds better than it was before. So now I'm going to take them off, compare it to how it sounds on the Pro 2, and then my actual headphones, and you can just see probably how either bad or great this ended up being. And these ones fit so much worse than the other ones, man. The new ones, they fit so well. Let's take a listen. To be honest, it's not as drastically different as I expected it to be, but just for safe measure, I'm going to go ahead and put on my actual headphones now. And the reason I want to put these ones on is because I've used these for literally like over 8 years, and I know how they should sound. So listen through one more time. So yeah, I think it goes without saying. It's lacking a lot of that low end, and that is to be expected. Like I said, the Pro 3, they're just obnoxious in the low end, and there's just way too much of that high end like build up in some areas that it's just the guitars have a cab, but it sounds like they don't have a cab. Like that's how extreme it is up in that higher end frequency range. So will you be mixing in the Pro 3 or the Pro 2s? I would absolutely say Pro 2s. Do not even consider the Apple AirPods Pro 3. It's so disappointing. It really truly is. They fit in my ears better than anything else I've ever tried. I forget they're in my ears, and honestly, they're better in every single way, except for audio, which is what they're for. And I know not everybody mixes in AirPods, I know that. However, if you want to give it a try, or if you have them just laying around, don't even bother mixing in them if you're using the Pro 3. If you're going to do it, use the Pro 2. That is genuinely, it's unreal. Anyway, I know it was a very different video today, and I kind of want to go in the direction of more experimental videos like this. Maybe do something like making a guitar sound like a bass if possible. Stuff like that, because tutorials, to be honest, I am out of ideas, and I've been for the past year. But if you enjoyed the video, and if you would like to see me experiment more and do a little bit more comparison in between different gear like this, please let me know. Leave a like, subscribe if you want to, or don't. I'll just probably cry. If you want to join the Discord server, the link is in the description. But until next time, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.